According to Islamic tradition, the Kaaba was rebuilt by Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail as a sacred house dedicated to the worship of Allah. From 2000 BC to 2026 ADA, 4,026-year journey through time. And thousands of years ago, the Valley of Makkah was a remote desert surrounded by mountains, far from the bustling city and millions of visitors we know today. At that time, the region contained no towering hotels, highways, or modern infrastructure, only open land shaped by nature and the passage of time. Travelers crossed dangerous deserts on foot or by camel, often enduring weeks of hardship before reaching the sacred Valley of Makkah. According to Islamic tradition, the Kaaba was rebuilt by Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail as a sacred house dedicated to the worship of Allah. The early Kaaba was a modest stone structure, simple in appearance yet deeply significant to believers across generations. Even in ancient times, people journeyed from distant regions to visit this sacred place and participate in acts of worship. Under the vast desert sky, worshippers gathered near the Kaaba, creating a powerful symbol of faith and spiritual devotion. As centuries passed, communities slowly formed around the sanctuary, transforming the valley into an important center of life and trade. Makkah gradually became known as a meeting point where travelers, merchants, and pilgrims gathered from many different regions, and the floods occasionally struck the valley, damaging parts of the sanctuary and prompting restoration efforts throughout history. Generations of builders carefully repaired and strengthened the Kaaba, preserving its structure for future worshippers. And with the spread of Islam, the importance of Makkah grew dramatically, attracting increasing numbers of pilgrims every year. Pilgrims traveled from Africa, Asia, and beyond, bringing cultures together through a shared spiritual journey. As visitor numbers increased, the area surrounding the Kaaba expanded to accommodate growing crowds of worshippers. By the 19th century, Makkah had become a vibrant city centered around the sacred sanctuary and its timeless tradition. Entering the 20th century, Makkah remained relatively small, and the Grand Mosque occupied only a fraction of its present size. Although pilgrimage numbers continued to grow, the crowds were still much smaller than the millions who visit today. As transportation improved across the Muslim world, more believers gained the opportunity to complete the sacred pilgrimage. Major expansion projects began to increase space around the sanctuary and improve safety for growing numbers of pilgrims. New prayer halls, courtyards, and walkways gradually transformed the Grand Mosque into a much larger religious complex. Meanwhile, the city of Makkah expanded rapidly, evolving from a traditional settlement into a modern urban center. Advanced transportation networks now allow millions of pilgrims to reach Makkah more efficiently than ever before. Today, millions of Muslims gather around the Kaaba each year, creating one of the largest annual religious gatherings on earth. Despite centuries of change around it, the Kaaba itself remains the spiritual focal point for Muslims across the world. Modern lighting systems and advanced facilities help accommodate worshippers throughout both day and night. People from every continent arrive in Makkah, demonstrating the global diversity and unity of the Muslim community. The contrast between ancient Makkah and modern Makkah reveals one of the most remarkable transformations in human history. What began as a quiet desert valley has become a destination recognized and visited by people from across the globe. Yet through every expansion and modernization, the spiritual significance of the Kaaba has remained unchanged for believers. From ancient beginnings to the modern age, the Kaaba continues to connect generations of worshippers through faith, history, and devotion.